Bold TV.
Welcome to another beautiful episode of Bold TV. Good morning to all of you out there, especially our online audience who have always supported us with your presence. We appreciate you, and we always look forward to bringing you informative, educative, and valuable content. We aspire to add value to your lives through the topics that we discuss on this platform. Bold TV is powered by Bold Hearts Initiative, a network of beautiful, outstanding ladies with disabilities. We come your way every Saturday by 10:30 a.m. and we bring you only value. Thank you so much for being with us. Today we are here once again to dissect another topic that will add to your knowledge bank and help to move you another step forward in this journey called life. So today we'll be talking about personal branding. But before I go into that, I'd just like to say that we still solicit for your support. Like our videos, comment, share them on all your social media platforms. Let someone else out there have access and also gain useful information from our videos. You can reach us on Facebook, send an email, or subscribe to our YouTube channel to have access to previous videos and other videos that will come. So today, personal branding. What is personal branding? When we hear branding, what do we think? Many people will tend to, first thing that comes to mind is, big companies, manufacturers, and all that. Nobody ever associates branding with the individual. But today we want to demystify branding and bring it to the personal level. But before I go on, as you can see, I have some lovely ladies here who will be helping me do justice to this topic. And I'll give them a chance to introduce themselves. Osaki, please go first.
Hello, thank you, Afyon. Good morning, beautiful ladies. Good morning, viewers. I remain Osaki Teresa George. I reside in Port Harcourt, River State, polio warrior, a freelancer, plus a farmer. I'm so glad to be here. Thank you.
Osaki, you're welcome. Thank you for helping us to battle food insecurity. All right, Freki, over to you.
Hi everyone, lovely morning, and I'm reaching you from the Garden City, Port Harcourt in River State, member of Bold Hearts Initiative, Idiot Faker Foundation, and I use a wheelchair from spinal cord injury. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you for joining us. Thank you. And today we have a guest who is joining us. Some of you may know her from previous episodes. She's not new to Bold TV, but it's been a while. Okay, it's good to have you. Please introduce yourself.
Okay, thank you so much. Good morning, everyone. This is Oge. I'm a Bold Heart and above knee amputee, and I'm joining you from Makurdi, Benue State. I'm actually a business coach and a consultant for Miracle Health and Wellness products. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. This one, she's just making it sound very easy. I'm a business coach. The woman is making good money. You should look at her well. That's why we brought her here. You're welcome. It's good to have you. And finally, I will introduce myself. I am your host, Afyon Etem. I'm a medical lab scientist. I'm based in Uyo, a member of Bold Hearts Initiative, and also a member of Fair Care Foundation. I use a wheelchair from spinal cord injury. So now that we have introduced ourselves and we're ready to dive into our topic for the day. So personal branding. I'd like to ask, what is personal branding? What do we understand by that? We've talked about branding, we associate it with big names, but what is personal branding? How can branding be personal? All right. Okay.
All right. Yes, personal branding, you can simply say is promoting what you stand for as an individual. Yes, because the fact is, all of us are selling something. You understand? All of us are into what is called marketing. But when it comes to branding, it's about how you want to appeal to people, what you want people to know you as, such that when something is mentioned, the first thing that comes to their mind is, I know someone who is into this, and they call on you. So it's about how you want to appeal to people. So you have to promote yourself. You have to have your unique selling points. So that's what I think personal branding is. Yes.
Okay. So personal branding is about more or less self-promotion, telling people why they should choose you, your uniqueness. It focuses on your uniqueness. Frankie, do you want to add to that?
Okay, so sorry, I'm on the road. Personal branding for me is, and what are you as an individual, as a personality, as a person? What are you associated with? What are you easily associated with? When people think about you, what comes to their mind? What do you represent? That's what personal branding stands for. And I think one of the reasons why we're conversing about it is because, just like you said in your introduction, it's easy for people to think that when it comes to branding, it's only associated with either organizations or companies or products and services. But the reality is that, just like Oge had said, every individual has something to offer. So personal branding is something that at the point has become really intentional for a person who wants to be an expert, an influencer in a field or whatever. So it takes a lot of curating. And again, it has to do with what your person is easily or associated with. That's what I was saying.
All right. So it's about identity. Whether you like it or not, whenever you show up, you're telling people a story. You're sending a message about yourself. I see it as influencing people's perception of you. You tell people how they should see you. The way you present yourself tells people, this is how I want to be seen. This is who I am. This is how I want to be addressed. And that perception will guide how they interact with you. So everybody is marketing something. Whether you don't have to exactly sell a product, but you as an individual, you are a product being marketed. Every time you step out and people see you, you interact with people, you are marketing yourself. And sometimes someone may not remember your name, but they'll be, oh, that lady they will find a label for you. If you don't intentionally give them a label, they will find a label for you. So that's why we are here today to talk about personal branding. Grace, before we move on from that question, I'd like you to just shed more light in terms of entrepreneurship. As a businesswoman, how does personal branding apply to you in that unique context?
Okay. As a business person that I am, I think personal branding has really helped me in a lot of ways. Starting with my name, I first of all had to, define myself. And I came up with a name that makes me unique wherever I go. And that name is Oge Passion. That's my brand name. So in my company, once they call leader Oge Passion, they know the Oge they are talking about. They don't mix it up. So it even makes people to know me more than I even know the people. Do you understand? So it has that uniqueness. And because that name is not just a name I just gave myself, it came with, an emotion. It came with a desire, something I want to achieve. I am passionate about helping people succeed, helping people get better. That you met me, you can't remain the same. There's something Oliver Wendell Holmes says. It says, man's mind, once stretched by a new idea, never remains the same. So whenever people meet me, there's something I'm always passionate about to help them to become better than before they met me. You understand? And it has really helped me. So when I say Oge Passion, it's not just a word, but there is an emotion attached to that. And people say that passion is really contagious because they never remain the same. So that's my business brand, and it has helped me. Yes, there are many other things about it. Probably go on. I'll get to hear more.
We'll come back to that.
Yes.
We'll come back to that. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oge Passion. And whether people like it or not, by the time you keep showing up a particular way, whether you like it or not, whether people like it or not, their perception of you will change.
Yes.
That's what they will know you for. Whether they like it or not, they may not. They don't even have. Some people may not know your name. They only know you by the image you have presented to them. What you show them is what they receive, especially in this era of social media. I'm glad you brought up emotions because it plays a key role in personal branding. You're able to stir up influence. You can't have influence without stirring up emotions. You must be able to make people, there must be an emotion, influencing the decision for people to pay attention to you. All right, we'll come back to that. So now I'm going to ask, especially when it comes to women with disabilities, why I thought I came up with I chose to focus on this topic was because for persons with disabilities, and in particular women with disabilities, the very and the predominant label that we find is the disability. That's what people tell. In fact, they don't even bother to ask for your name. They're not interested in anything else. They just see you as the disability. That is your identity. So it becomes a problem. So there's a need to be more intentional than a person without disability to define people's perception of you, to make them know that I am beyond this. I'll come back to you. I'd like Osaki to tackle this. How important is it for women with disabilities to create a personal brand? How important is that? Let's just, especially those who are entrepreneurship, who are doing business and into one form of, entrepreneurship or the other. How important is personal branding for them?
Okay. Importance is what is relevant and necessary. For a start, you have to make profit. Something that you know that at the end of the day, this is what I got, or this is what I'm going to get. One of the important is credibility, so that one can build trust and loyalty in your business. And also, in case one wants to invest in it, that investor attraction, if your services or whatever you're selling, whatever you're featuring, has people who want to patronize you. So the personal branding is very necessary so that you can have a profit, you can have a name that's surrounding you, you can have this trust and credibility. Like Frankie always said, why would you want to bake cake that is not sweet? And you know too well that sweetness, part of the ways of knowing a cake is sweetness. So if your cake is not sweet, that means you've not done anything reasonable. So that's how it's the main reason, the main essence of what you're trying to sell or what you're trying to tell people of who you are. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. So whether we like it or not, we must make money. So, and if nobody knows you, if you don't have an identity, nobody is coming to you for anything. So it can be a problem. Therefore, you will not make profit. Freki, let's hear from you. How important is personal branding for women with disabilities in the entrepreneurial space?
Okay, so thank you very much for the question. And I know that when it comes to disability, it's easy for people to stay stuck on labels and define you only as a person or a woman with disabilities. So there has to be some intentionality if you want to be associated with something else. Remember that personal branding has a lot to do with your association. So in answering the question, the context of entrepreneurship, you would want people to come to the point where they engage with you as a business person, not because you are a woman with disability. I tell people, and like Osaki had quoted, even if somebody bought something from you the first time because the person just wanted to patronize another woman with disability, let the person be a returning customer because of the product or the service that you deliver. That is what we're talking about. So what does your business stand for? Do you stand for integrity? Do you stand for excellence? What are you representing when it comes to the business front? Because you cannot be selling PT only, and because it's not a product that will go very far. You just have a one-time person. You will not have anybody referring because of what your product or your business is. Now let me step away. I know that we're doing entrepreneurship, but personal branding is not only for entrepreneurs. Yes, personal branding is not also for entrepreneurs. And why I'm saying this is still because of our demography, which is mainly women with disabilities. Even in the disability space, even in the work that we do, I tell people that a person with disability does not necessarily have to do everything that has to do with disability. People tend to have that notion that if you're a person with disability, the work you do must be associated with disability, but it's not true. You can be an expert in any field you choose to, and it is not even limited to one space. For example, I wear many hats. It's almost a problem. But I'm glad that I've been able to define those hats. If you need me for music, it's clear it will happen. I will bring it, not because I am a woman with disability or because in that space I am a music minister, a recording artist. So that's what I will come with in that space. So you must be able to put forward the caps you wear so that the world will not just box you up in a label and throw you away. You are more than what meets the eye. So personal branding is bringing those potentials to the fore so people know you for who and what you can deliver. I speak. So if you would want somebody to do speaking at a conference, you know that if you come to me, I'll deliver. That's what we're talking about. You present what you can do beyond the obvious, because as a woman with disability, whether like it or not, they see as a woman, they see as a person with disability. It's obvious. You don't even need to brand yourself in that notion at all. But you need to be able to bring forth what else, what more can I bring to the table? and be clear about what you present. And there's so many tools. I know we'll come to that on how you can begin to present your brand. But you cannot just be sitting down and when they get to know me, no. Put your best foot forward. That's where we are currently at, because everybody's doing something. You cannot just be sitting on your oars. I mean, when they come to me, they will know. You will lose out. So you need to be able to bring your best foot forward per time. So that's what I'll add to the conversation. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm glad you broached the subject, the question from both the personal and the business angle, because some people don't even know that when it comes to branding, you don't have to actually own a product. Whatever skills or talents or gifts you have, it is something that the world will either identify you with, or they may never know because you have not made it public. And I like it. I think that quote should be framed and hung somewhere. People with disabilities can see. Pity can only take you so far. Pity does not credit your account. Please, let me repeat it. Write it somewhere. Pity will not credit your account. There's no pity credit alert. Maybe the first time, but after that, you're on your own. Okay, let's hear you.
Okay, yes, you've all said nice things about importance of branding yourself, because it's very important to know that you are not your company or your organization or what has happened to you. You have your own giftedness, your own uniqueness that makes you you, and people are joining you. So what is that thing that would attract someone to say, of all the people who are in this organization or who sell this, I want to buy from Osaki, or I want to buy from Afion or Freki. What is that thing that brings you, as in differentiates you from the rest? It's very important. Then personal branding is important because it gives you an opportunity to, gain value, to learn values, and then pass values to others. Apart from what you're selling, if someone can learn one or two things even before he buys something from you, that will make that person always want to know. In fact, they'll be the one asking you, please, what do you sell? You understand? I want to patronize you. You understand? And so give people value. When you teach people something, when you make people happy, when it's time to buy, they will always remember you. You understand? So personal branding is important. And there's something to Freki said about people with disability. They want to always attach their disability to themselves. They want people to always give them that pity party. I am someone with disability. You understand? Like they are begging. No, we are not beggars. We all have our potentials. You understand? So like there are some people, when you want to remember them, what you can remember them is with their disability. Maybe if someone is saving their contacts now on the phone, what you see is peace disabled, or peace amputee, or blind, or visually impaired. You understand? That is what they know them for, because that's the only values. They just know that this person has a disability. It is wrong. Me, I'm a coach. I coach on mindset and skill set, apart from the fact that I sell. In fact, I just finished my 2 days training on content creation. And a lot of entrepreneurs joined that training. Even after the training, yesterday night, someone was paying. She already paid. And then she said, is there a recorded version? I said, yes. She said, no problem. She's happy that she can get the recorded version. She paid her full money. You understand? And it's a monthly something. People who are entrepreneurs or want to be entrepreneurs can be part of it. You see? So even people who are not in my organization are gaining value. You understand? So personal branding is very important. That's what I have to say.
All right. Thank you. So I hope people have heard. I told you she makes money. She's not a small woman. She's making plenty money. She will come and please. We have been calling for sponsorship on both TV. I don't understand. Okay. Please try and step up.
Okay, no problem.
Please drop something. Okay.
I'm back now.
All right. So let's go on. Thank you. Let's go on. So I hope you can see that it's not about, it has nothing, the value you bring has nothing to do with your physical condition. The value you bring has nothing to do with, as long as your mind is functioning well, as long as you are breathing, you have something to offer. All you have to do is find out, what is it I'm good at? See where you can develop it add to it, increase capacity so that you are able to offer something, not just expect to be given. It's high time we change that mindset. So now we're going to move on. We've talked about, what personal branding is and, the benefits. And everybody, in fact, we don't need to say anymore because it is very obvious that it's very vital for any human being. Leave disability aside, for any human being. But more so for those with disabilities, because, of course, we didn't ask for it, but the world will always see what is wrong first before anything else. So you need to be intentional about telling them, hey, look down, remove your eyes from there. There's more. So now we're going to talk about how to build a personal brand. Let's be practical now so that somebody will not say we are speaking too much grammar. How can you build? Let's keep it simple and easy so that anybody can implement those steps and begin to see results. So how do you build a personal brand? You can answer from both the personal and entrepreneurial angle, whichever one you want to. So Osaki, I'll start with you.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, how I want to build my personal brand step by step. Okay, I think I have a list here. One, I look out for what will make me stand out. And I know standing out for me, it's that special thing I have, which I know I smile. So it's easier. I don't have to form it. It's something that is just there. So I could capture your activity. Once I just smile at you, I think I've captured your mind. So it's easier to not sell my product. I look out for my targets. People I know, my audience target, I know that we want to achieve, want to gain, I want to have this value. Like in this, my new product that I sell now, my beds, really. Look at people that love love chicken, or even those that sell in farm. So a lot of people that sell in the market. So it's two ways of commercial buyers and individual buyers. So you look out for your target audience. I also create a consistent, very necessary. Now we are in the global age and the global world. So you need to be, no matter how it is, you need to be consistent in your in the online presence. Try as much as you can to see how you could be posting, creating content, see yourself more linked, more valuable on the screen. See how people just see you from the screen, and before you know it, you have attention. Also look at network and collaborating. Look at for those that are within your business clique. Try and see how you can collaborate with them, how you can make sales. I remember the last time I had some beds, but they were not finished. My colleague was selling, and she finished that one. She called her like, "Asakafa, do you still have beds?" And I said, "No, I just finished my own." So see that collaboration team. In case someone needs your product and they didn't get to you directly, someone else can refer you. So that networking and collaborating team is also one of the steps I use. Thank you very much.
Wow, very important. Meanwhile, Osaki, find a way to package chicken and send. I don't understand how you're calling beds, and I'm not eating any. Anyway, so you said it. I like the way you started. You say your smile. Because you cannot be strong in face and you expect me to come and buy anything I will not buy. The way you present yourself, it starts with you. There's a way someone will look at you and be like, no, if I go now, this one will be vexing anyhow. So just that smile alone is enough to make someone stop and, draw closer. And then that gives you an opportunity to, sell your market and market yourself. And the person will know that, oh, this is it. And then another key thing, collaboration. We like doing Lone Ranger. You cannot do it alone. It's not possible. Look at us here. One person will not come here and have discussion by themselves. We are here because we are not an island of knowledge. There are others who have different perspectives and views that are important. So collaboration. Find people who are either in the same field or who have something that can contribute to what you're doing and increase your capacity to help you. All right, Freki. Personal branding, step by step.
Sorry, I'm a bit exhausted. Okay, so personal branding. All right, so the first question is, what are you representing? What are the things you're representing? The second thing is, what are the best tools that will enable you to present what you're presenting? Because different fora give you ability to be able to hit who you want to carry your product, your service, your brand to. So it's good to identify what will be the best tool, whether it's social media, whether it is going out actually for social networking, building social capital. What would be the best place to be able to, or platforms to use to express that brand? The other thing I would like to say is this: sometimes people think that they need to be made to begin to have a personal brand. It's not true. One step is all it takes. Just do it small, small. The person that has 1 million followers had 1 follower at a point. The person that has 10 million followers had 1 follower at a point. So just do it step by step. And I like how Osaki talked about consistency. Some people give up too quickly. They're like, I put up and they get tired. So you have to be consistent, and not just consistent in frequency, but in content. So for example, let's say you have chosen to use social media as your platform to, put your brand or your product out there. You want to be able to be consistent in what you're putting forward so that you don't confuse your audience. So for example, let's say, let me use Osaki an example. So Osaki is currently a farmer, yeah? And then we go to her space, and then we are now seeing, let's say, beddings now. Not beds now, not BIRD, but BED. After she has said she's selling but it could be a cereal, but I don't know if you get. So let's say she has said it, that this is this thing, and then all of a sudden we start seeing construction. We'll be like, we are confused. What is this woman all about? I don't know if you get. So not just in frequency of putting stuff out there, but what are you putting out there? What can we link your brand to? Let me give you an instance. There's a people that have different social media platforms for different things. So some people think that they just have to have one. Some people actually, because they do different things. So some people have created their social media presence in such a way that one is tied to them. One is maybe tied to their music. Another one is maybe tied to consultancy. So they are able to manage that space well enough so that if you go to this space, so let's say they have a consultancy service, they refer you to, maybe they've decided to use LinkedIn for that. So they refer you to that for what they're representing. So you need to know the best platforms and best tools to use to push your brand forward. Another thing is that you don't need to do it by yourself. If you need someone who has been in that space before to get insight or input, ask question. Nobody's reinventing at this point. Nobody's reinventing anything or inventing anything. Everything that has been done before. So let me give this instance. So everybody thinks that they need to dance to be able to sell something. It's not true. It's not true. It's not because dancing is raining. If you cannot dance, you can hire people to dance. Well, I'm just putting that out there on the side. But find what works best for you. If you see somebody who's doing what you would like to do, you can hook up with the person, DM the person, ask a few questions, and get it done. For example, I met somebody who was selling a product, and the way she was presenting the product, they were not very nicely snapped. Let me put it like that. The pictures were not, and I was like, in this world of apps, you have to wake up from sleep, download the downloadables, and edit this thing. So that when you take the picture of whatever you're selling, people doesn't be wondering whether I fell from heaven. Because that was the difference between what she was putting forward and some other persons. And all she needed to do was just go and get a few tips on how she could better present the imagery of her products. And that's all. So sometimes you don't need to go far. Just look for who is doing what you're doing. Ask a few questions. Be willing to explore. I've also noticed that a lot of women with disabilities, I don't know whether we are afraid. They don't want to learn any new thing. They don't want to explore something. I don't know. Is it fear? You don't want to just or ask another person. I don't know what it is. So ask question. That's what I would say. Ask. Thank you. All right.
Okay. You brought up another key point. Mentorship. Follow who sabi road. Don't go and be forming, I can do it. Follow who sabi road. There are people who have gone ahead of you. They can help you avoid some gutters and potholes so that it helps you, some expenses or some mistakes you could have made. It will help you overcome them and move forward. All right, okay. Let's hear you.
Okay, thank you. Yes, how you can start branding yourself. First of all, you need to understand your high points. You understand areas that are of your strengths. Know your strengths and weaknesses, and then work in areas of your strength, especially people with disability. For instance, now I know that I have issues with mobility. It's not everywhere I would be able to enter, but there are other strategies I can use to penetrate those areas even more professionally. Even people that go with their 2 legs and they're asking questions may not be able to still get the main people there. So what I do is, first of all, I identify my strengths. I am good at talking. I am good at coaching. I am good at reaching out, starting up conversations with people, getting to know them, especially on social media. So you identify your strengths. If someone is visually impaired, or wheelchair bound or whatever type of this thing. Look for areas you are good at. If you have your legs all intact, you can move your body, you can do dancing, showcase your products, You may not be able to talk, you understand, but you can use, thank God for social media now, it's more interactive. Use the video, the music icon. Play a very nice music and you're there dancing. Nobody even knows that there is anything happening. You understand? Like not anything happened to you. They are just interested in the product and they like your dance and everything. You see, so you are using your strengths in order to win. Then also, you need to know your demographics and psychographics. Know the people that your product is for, that you want to solve their problem. You understand? You're not selling to everybody. It's very important you know. Everybody is not your customer. Whatever you are selling, you need to know the people that is their area of interest or their needs or their pain points, so that it becomes easier for you to communicate. When they see your content that you put out, they will be the ones engaging and even tagging people and even saying yes. They will even come to the messenger and say, this thing you were talking about is my pain point, is what I am going through right now. They will see you as a go-to person, as a professional. You understand? And it's very important you incorporate videos in your content because that shows your originality. You're not a scammer. A scammer will not come and put out his face out there and he's saying something, especially when it's something of value. So with that, now people can you are building your know, like, and trust factor. That's the KLT factor. People can now easily engage with you as a professional that you are. And of course, you must have set up your personal profile page professionally. Your profile picture should not be that of a dog or a cat or, nothing is there. It's empty. You understand? It's very important because when people see this thing, they are looking for you. And people should not be tagging you to everything. Tagging you, they'll be looking for you. It's just like someone coming into your house and cannot find you. They don't know your face. And this is social media. So how do you want to be seen? You understand? So these things are important. So now people see you as a professional. When you set up all this, your bio is already saying what you do. It's easy for now to come in the messenger. The money is made in the messenger. You understand? So it's easy for them now to come in the messenger and ask more questions. Then the third thing, which is the last thing I'm going to be talking about, is know your target audience. Now, if you know your target audience through the demographics, psychographics, you know where they live, you know where they hang out, you know what they do, you know even their pay, what they receive as salaries. You can now be able to sell what you are talking about in a way that will be appealing to them without having to convince them. You understand? So now, for instance, in my business, I have different niches. I have a system for medical professionals where we have nurses, doctors, and pharmacists who sell our products. And I know the products that those people sell. I have niches for supermarkets, hotels, pharmacy. You understand? I know what they sell. Gym. I know what product I'm supposed to give to them that is very high selling, easy to sell. You understand? All I need to do is give them more information, like have a meeting with them on Zoom or Google Meet or on WhatsApp, and then we collaborate more. Then we go and bring their quality people and come. I don't need to start looking for how I will go to their office or travel anywhere, unless it's that necessary. All right. You understand? And then we engage those people. Right. So these things are vitally important. So these are the 3 points I want to talk about. It makes it easier. And of course, you can get websites, so you can be selling online.
All right. Thank you so much. Yes. Thank you. That is when a coach is talking. You will believe. All right. Thank you. So finally, since we are out of time, and the time we've taken up a lot of time, but it has been value giving. So I'm going to just say, finally, before we round up, I just want each of you to share just one thing, and let's be very brief. Share just one thing that has made your personal brand a success. Just one thing about you that has made, one key thing about you that has made your personal brand a success. All right? Freki, are you there? Okay, Osaki, why don't you go?
All right, thank you. All right. One key thing I really have made my personal branding a success was, like what they said, professionalism. Like when I started learning this area of birds, I was just wondering how it's going to go. So I took all the classes and everything serious. I dot my I's, cross my T's. So when it was time for harvesting, it didn't take me time to sell the birds because they were like the best in the market. So I was at the gathering and I was with other ladies too. And we're just gallanting, talking about different kinds of the birds. So I thought the lady that was buying from me was like, maybe I felt she was cheating me or something. And I asked for another buyer. And they were like, okay, let's see your bed. The moment they came to the house and they saw the bed, like, they want to buy all. I said, no, thank you very much. I already have a buyer. I only want to see if what I was doing was good. So it didn't take me long, and I sold the bed. So that professionalism and integrity matters. Thank you.
All right, that's very key. Okay, briefly, just one thing.
Okay, one thing that has made my personal brand a success is my ability to build my know, like, and trust factor. Because most of the people who I'm interacting with are total strangers. And most of the people in my business or who buy from me are total strangers. So let me say about 80% of the people I connect with in my business are total strangers. I've never met them before. Yes, so it has helped me, and it has also helped the education, because they can actually bring their people and say, go and meet for Choge Passion, and you get everything you want. So that's it. KLT factor.
Okay, so you've projected a likable character. Reki, briefly, one thing that has helped your personal brand.
Okay, I'll say it's consistency. Being consistent with what I do, and then being able to keep my word. My word is not scatter. What I said I will do. I don't say what I cannot do. And so those two things have helped me: consistency and being an integrity. So that's up to you.
Okay. That's the second time we're hearing that word, integrity. Very key. You cannot go far without it. Because once people find out they can't trust you, they are not coming back. They are not coming back, and they're definitely not telling anyone about you. So that's key. And I would also like to add something. I would say be authentic. We see a lot of people trying to be like everybody else. Don't be in a hurry to start. Take your time. Find out what's that thing that is unique to you, that you know that if I do this, it doesn't matter whether anybody is following or liking. I know that I'm going to keep at it because it's important to me. It's something that I'm passionate about. Because you will come to a point, at some point you'll be discouraged because it seems like nobody's seeing you. But you keep at it. Why? Because you know that is what you are called to do. So be authentic. Don't go and look for cheap popularity and just let me do what everybody's doing. No. Stay true to yourself. And in the long run, it will pay off. So ladies, thank you so much. Today has been really enlightening. And I'm sure somebody out there has benefited from this discussion. Thank you so much. Thank you, Oge. Thank you, Osaki. Thank you, Freki. And thank you to our online audience. You are amazing. Thank you for always tuning in. Please do well to share your comments. If you have any questions, please ask. If you have suggestions, please, we welcome them. You can reach us through our email. You'll see it on the screen. You can please subscribe to our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, and follow us, and you will be able to keep up to date with content whenever we put up content out there. Like you said, we are consistent. Bold TV is known for consistency. We are always here. We are here no matter what. So please stay tuned, and we'll always bring you value. Thank you so much. So until we come your way next week, Saturday by 10:30 a.m., do stay tuned. Here we are signing off and telling you bye-bye. Ladies, please unmute and say goodbye to your viewers.
Thank
Bye,
you.
everyone. Thank you.
Thank
Enjoy
you.
your weekend and happy new month in advance.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
This is Bold TV.